Before you pack up the U-Haul and head to Dallas, here's some stuff you really need to know. And I'm not talking basics like Dallas is big, Dallas is hot, Dallas has great barbecue. We all know that from a quick Google search. I'm talking about real, boots on the ground things nobody tells you until you move here and it's too late. Yes, Dallas is booming, but in 2025, there's a lot changing that could affect your mood, and you haven't even thought about it yet. For example, property taxes, probably going to be higher than what you expect. Traffic, these drivers are going to test your patience. New developments are game changers, but only if you know where to look. I'm Lacey Brutschy. I sell between 40 to 45 homes per year, and I'm in the top 1% of realtors nationwide, ranked by the Wall Street Journal. I've helped countless families relocate here, and while some absolutely crushed it, others wish they'd known what I'm about to tell you in this video. So if you like honest, local insights on Dallas neighborhoods and the Dallas real estate market and what it's really like to live here, so that way we can avoid mistakes that can be costly, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss my next video. Now let's get into it. So why is everyone moving to Dallas? Easy. Opportunity. Dallas has been a magnet for job growth for years, and 2025 is not a year where that's slowing down at all. We'll see jobs in tech, healthcare, finance, logistics, commercial real estate, you name it. These are not just any jobs. These are high-paying ones. And in a no-state income tax, if you're coming from California or New York or Philadelphia or Chicago, places that have high state and city income tax, you might actually cry happy tears when you get your first paycheck. People also come for the lifestyle, suburbs with sidewalks, schools with a great reputation, and master plan communities that feel more and more like resorts. Families love it here, retirees enjoy the mild winters, and young professionals have plenty of nightlife and dining in spots like Deep Ellum, Bishop Arts, Lower Greenville, even Legacy West and the Star up in the northern suburbs. And that's why it's important, because if you don't choose the right area for your lifestyle, if you don't choose the right area that will work well for you for our traffic patterns between going and getting to work, you're going to be miserable. Because the biggest mistake I see is when people fall in love with a house without thinking about the day-to-day reality of the neighborhood. If you're into historic homes, you're going to need to look a little harder in Dallas, but they're here. Some of the best spots to find them are going to be Winnetka Heights and Oak Cliff, and over in Old East Dallas near Swiss Avenue, Munger Avenue, Junius, Peak, Gaston, that area kind of near Lower Greenville before you get over to Lakewood. Both of these areas have homes from the early 1900s with big porches, hardwood floors, and a lot of the original charm that you definitely won't find in newer builds today. But the vibe between the two locations is totally different. Winnetka Heights is near Bishop Arts, and that has more of a small town, Main Street feel. Neighbors wave from their porches, there's an artsy, eclectic community vibe, and you can walk to boutiques and locally owned restaurants. Weekends might need grabbing brunch, strolling through a street fair, or just relaxing on your front porch watching the world go by. It is a lot slower than if you go over to Old East Dallas, because Old East Dallas is located really near Lower Greenville, another entertainment district much like Bishop Arts. So you're still going to see historic craftsman and Tudor-style homes, but you're going to be surrounded by brunch spots, coffee shops, and bars. Nights here are lively, weekends are buzzing, and downtown Dallas is just a few minutes away. Then, like I said earlier, there's Lakewood. It's right next to Old East Dallas, going a little bit more east towards White Rock Lake. That's one of the most desirable neighborhoods in Dallas, especially if you have kids. Lakewood Elementary is one of the highest rated schools in the city, and families pay a premium to be within its boundaries. You're right by White Rock Lake, so weekends usually mean kayaking, stand-up paddle boarding, walking or biking the trails, or taking a long walk. The people in this area of town really enjoy being outdoors. The streets are tree-lined, the community is very tight-knit, and it feels like a suburban escape inside the city. Living in Lakewood is quieter and greener. Old East Dallas trades that for proximity to nightlife, a louder culture, and a more urban edge. Winnetka is more artsy and more relaxed. So like I said earlier, it's really about matching your personality and lifestyle to the rhythm of the neighborhood. Let's switch it up and do a quick Q&A because these are the top concerns I hear from buyers again and again when moving to Dallas. Why is everyone so focused on the age of the roof in Texas? Easy, because insurance companies are. Once a roof hits about 10 years old, your premiums can really spike. Even if you've got a 30-year shingle, insurance companies often consider it insurable for about 15 years. After that, your coverage options shrink and get way more expensive. That's why I always check the roof age early in the process during our option period when we are handling all of the inspections. Second question that I get a lot is, what is going on with the foundation in Dallas? The simple answer is our soil moves. Our soil is clay, so it shrinks in the summer heat and it swells with the rain. That movement causes foundations to shift. It's normal to see minor cracks, but there's a big difference between cosmetic and constructional issues. I always recommend hiring a foundation engineer, not just a general inspector, when we are under contract beginning to negotiate. That way they can perform a foundation check and confirm it's performing correctly. That way you're not stuck with a $20,000 repair bill. And a quick note, if you want to make sure that your foundation does not have a problem, always install gutters, have the gutters going at least 3 feet away from the home, and then make sure the foundation is wet. That way, whenever we have those big heat indexes, it's not going to dry up and then get moist with the rain and dry up and get moist with the rain. It's the best way to ensure that your foundation stays healthy. There is also one more question that I think more people should ask me, but I just don't think that they know that they need to. And it's, what about allergies? Because we have them. If you haven't lived in North Texas before, get ready because they can be really brutal. Between the cedar, ragweed, oak pollen, even people who've never had allergies before, i.e. me, will start sneezing nonstop. Most locals take a daily antihistamine during peak seasons, and you'll thank yourself if you start to build that up before allergy season actually hits. And by the way, if you're finding this information helpful so far, please hit that like it button and subscribe. I post new videos every week about Dallas neighborhoods, market updates, and buyer tips that you won't hear anywhere else. Now, let's talk about everybody's favorite topic, money. Dallas is more affordable than LA, New York, and Chicago, but I would not call it cheap. $500,000 budget won't necessarily get you a giant home with a big pool in Frisco on an acre lot. Property taxes here are also more expensive, and in newer communities, mud and PID fees can add hundreds to your monthly payment for decades. HOA fees vary widely, and insurance costs have gone up thanks to storms and thanks for the inflation. 2025 is also bringing big changes, like Universal Studios. That's opening up a family-focused park over in Frisco near the Fields, that new community that's going up. You also have the PGA headquarters and a 5 billion mile development that are exploding in North Texas that will more than likely add more new roads to making outer suburbs easier to reach, but more expensive. So watch out for places like Princeton and McKinney starting to gain even more in value because soon it will be a lot easier to get around. The bottom line, the real takeaway that I want you to get is that Dallas is a diverse, fast-growing city full of opportunity. But to thrive here, you need a game plan. And that's where I come in. My team and I help relocation clients every week find the right home in the right area without the stress and without the rookie mistakes. So whether you're months away or ready to move right now, reach out to me. All my info is in the description, and I'd love to help you make Dallas your home.